It is a tight rotation for Scott Brooks.
Try to take advantage of it.
Certainly through the first 3 quarters. Here's Morris with a jumper, and it's good to back. Raptors won in New York on a Monday. John Wall with all sorts of confidence. Monday night, what a spectacular performance. Here's Corey with a runner, and it rolls in. Both teams shot better than 55%. Raptors are 10 of 25 from 3 as Bradley Beal. That pass for Morris knocked away to the cutter, and that's a tough.
Stick to your fundamentals. He will burn you, especially playing with John Wall.
And wide open, Gortada. Not only numbers, but trying to make as big of a difference as you can. And ball quickly across the timeline behind the back. Thought about him. Morris got the 3. DeRozan backing in on Beal. Double doesn't come, and that's where he can operate. Beat Golden State despite the fact that Kevin Durant played just 133 based on his injury. As
shots like that, Matt, and then come back and just take a crazy shot just because he felt like it. Now he's playing the game at such a higher
level. In Washington, they'll have one or more reinforcement, and Serge Ibaka.
Pirtle.
Oubre, and the 3 is good. In this one,
playing
second
night,
second night of a back-to-back. DeRozan with the jumper swish. DeMar to P.J. Tucker. Patterson back over to P.J.
Nice
Entry pass. Pirtle lays it up and in. And that also obviously coincides with the Terrence Ross trade, where you expect him. Satoransky sends it to Smith, curling through Bogdanovich. Casey was assistant to Scott Brooks in Oklahoma City.
The bench, and look at the work this Wizards team is doing.
Deflected. Here's Jason Smith. Oubre sends it to Smith. And Bogdanovich drills another 3. Bogdanovich fouled. 9 field goals. They haven't made a field goal here, Leo, in this second quarter until there.
Bears are buying in. They're really taking advantage of their ability to get up and down the floor, but he just makes the right decision with the pass.
You know, it's interesting. They shortened up the rotation. They haven't tonight, Corey, for 6, 7, 8 minutes. We rested. We didn't practice all that much. The starters didn't. Everybody else time, but you also need to be able to perform, and that's exactly what is happening. Ibaka on the inside handles his business. Beal, open jumper. A lot of open jumpers tonight.
No, Kyle Lowry, you can talk about all the things you have to do to compensate for him, but even when Kyle Lowry comes back, what you do at the defensive end of the floor is going to be the key for the Raptors season.
58-37.
Tough to see him go.
Wall already, Leo, with 7 assists. He had 19 assists last night. He's had 10 or more 37 times this season. DeRozan with... Here's DeRozan driving. Sweet touch. They went all in against Golden State, right?
No question about it. That was a huge game for them. Watching the game, a lot of people saying that was one of the biggest games in Washington in a long, long time. Nice bucket there by Gortat.
Well, from the field is Valanciunas, 7 points and 11 rebounds.
That's 12 shots, man. It's a lot of shots for him.
Morris chased off the line, and the 2 is good. And Patrick Patterson, but unfortunately was unable to get the paperwork. Raptors are 0 of 7. 2 points here in the first 4 minutes of this third. And
he's the heart and soul of the team. He's the emotional leader. And they need someone like that right now to get some energy going. They've come out flat and haven't been able to get the juices going, it seems like.
That's a great point. How many times have we said in situations like this, it's Lowry time, he all of a sudden brings the energy, and no one's really picking it up at this point.
And also, you got Corey Joseph, everybody on the roster, to be ready and professional, be able to step in and help the team win a game when called upon.
DeRozan right to the rim, finishes.
I think, and they have the experience of last year. making that run to the Eastern Conference Finals and giving the Cavs a run for the money.
Bogdanovich, what a great pickup. What a great pickup for Washington.
When did you start tipping?
For those that tip like myself, I've been with you.
Oh, man.
76-58 with 1:25 to go.
Oh, boy, look at this guy.
And Bogdanovich is having a big-time performance. He has not missed from 3 for the Raptors. They don't return home until March 13th against the Dallas Mavericks. Morris sends it now. Oubre gives it back over to Morris. Morris flips it up, and Hudson was there. It's good defense. Quickly now, Powell. Dwayne Casey telling him to go. Here's Norman at the rim, finishes, and Powell has 7. Cleveland 41-17, Boston 38-22, Washington in third 35-23, and then Toronto 36-24. And coming out of that timeout, Washington has responded.
Well, that's what happens. You see off the passes, guys are just missing open shots. Dwayne Casey right in front of us, just smacking the scorer's table, furious with the Raptors D.
Well, it's a 20-point game and 6:25 to go. Dwayne not happy. 6:17 left. 90-73. Wow, slam dunk on the inside.
Just no resistance right now. Washington getting anything they want.
Raptors now with 4 assists. Here's Powell. DeLon Wright. Serge Ibaka.
Dwayne Casey just telling these guys to run. Look how slowly that ball's coming up the floor.
Norman finishes. And the Raptors have cut it. Wall driving. Here's Beal. 3 good.
And see, that's
7-78.
Wall does so well, Matt. He'll get that initial penetration, and that ball starts moving, and they find the open man. That's why their assist total just keeps climbing. 31 assists here tonight.
38 field goals. A driving kick. Took a little while, as we mentioned. They didn't reach the 500 level as for this great country.
No question. All the sacrifices they make for us to have a peaceful and calm existence. So much appreciated.
181 with 2:33 to go. You would expect a different team come Friday night.
You would hope. And you know, a lot of it, when Casey will hold that, he's going to break down and see. You know, that's what he's trying to figure out right now. You got to understand, this is like a training camp for him in a stretch run. He's got to figure out who can do what. Remember, Patrick Patterson missed a significant amount of games. DeLon Wright hasn't played all season long. Now you have Ibaka, Tucker. They're still trying to figure out who's who and what the defensive schemes and the offense is. So there are a lot of different factors in play right now. And then players like Pirtle getting significant time.
And an and one. And this team is going to have Brandon Jennings. And there's Van Vliet, Wichita State product, drills a 3. 2-time Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year. And the Raptors down 11. Siakam. Here's Norm with the throwdown. It's 104-95. And they're just going to dribble it out. And they're going to see each other on Friday. It doesn't look that bad, the final score, but it was a tough night at the office for the Toronto.